Welcome to another episode where we break down what actually drives growth inside modern organizations. I'm Taran Nandha, founder and CEO at Growth Natives. Today we're talking about something a lot of companies experience but don't always openly discuss: why RevOps initiatives fail even when the right tools are in place. On paper, everything looks right. The CRM is in place, automation tools are running, dashboards are live, but months later, results don't match expectations. In my experience, the issue is rarely about lack of investment or intent. Most organizations are putting in the effort, but something in the execution or alignment is missing. To dive deeper into this, I'm joined by Rahul Sindwani, VP Operations. Rahul brings extensive experience in revenue operations and has worked closely with teams to identify where RevOps strategies break down, and more importantly, how to fix them.
Thanks, Taran. This is a very relevant topic because many organizations assume that implementing tools automatically leads to results, but the reality is much more nuanced.
Let's start with the core issue. Companies invest in the best tools and talent, yet still struggle. What's really going wrong?
The biggest misconception is that tools can fix underlying problems. In reality, tools only amplify what already exists. If processes are broken or teams are misaligned, adding technology often makes those issues more visible rather than solving them.
So the problem isn't the tools themselves.
Exactly. The issue lies in how those tools are implemented and how well teams are aligned around them.
Let's break this down. One of the most common issues we hear about is data silos. Why do they persist even after implementing integrated systems?
Because integration at a system level doesn't automatically mean alignment at a team level. Sales, marketing, and customer success teams often continue to operate with their own definitions, metrics, and processes.
So even if the data is technically connected, it's not practically unified.
Exactly. When each team tracks data differently, you end up with inconsistent insights and fragmented decision making.
Which ultimately impacts the customer experience.
Yes, because instead of one revenue engine, you're effectively running multiple disconnected systems.
Another issue is integration complexity. Many organizations add multiple tools expecting efficiency, but often face the opposite.
That's a common scenario. When systems don't communicate effectively, teams end up relying on manual workarounds, which defeats the purpose of automation.
So instead of reducing effort, it increases complexity.
Exactly. Automation only works when the underlying processes are well designed. Otherwise, you're just automating inefficiency.
Let's talk about alignment. How big of a role does it play in RevOps success?
It's one of the biggest factors. If sales, marketing, and customer success teams are not aligned on definitions, goals, and processes, even the best tools won't help.
Can you give an example?
Sure, if marketing defines a qualified lead differently from sales and customer success measures success differently altogether, there's no shared understanding of what success looks like.
So teams end up working in parallel, not together.
Exactly. That misalignment creates friction across the entire revenue cycle.
Another interesting concept is RevOps maturity. How does that impact success?
It plays a critical role. Many organizations try to implement advanced automation and analytics without building a strong foundation first.
So they skip steps.
Exactly. RevOps maturity typically progresses through stages, starting with data integration and basic CRM adoption, then moving to measurement, optimization, integration, and finally innovation.
And skipping the early stages causes problems later.
Yes, because without clean data and clear processes, advanced systems won't deliver meaningful results.
Ownership is another area where things often break down. What have you seen?
One of the most common issues is unclear accountability. When everyone is responsible, no one is truly accountable.
So decisions get delayed or diluted.
Exactly. Without clear ownership, teams struggle to take action on insights, even when the data is available.
So governance becomes weak.
Yes, and that limits the impact of the entire RevOps function
Let's talk about the operating model. Why is it so important?
because it defines how work actually gets done. Many organizations focus heavily on tools but don't invest enough in designing clear processes and workflows.
So execution becomes inconsistent.
Exactly. Without a strong operating model, teams get overwhelmed with tactical tasks and strategic initiatives lose focus.
So it affects both efficiency and direction.
Yes, and over time, that limits scalability.
Change management is often overlooked. How critical is it?
It's absolutely critical. Even the best systems will fail if teams don't adopt them properly.
So it's not just about implementation.
Exactly. Teams need to understand why changes are happening and how they contribute to overall revenue goals.
So communication plays a big role.
Yes, along with training and alignment.
Let's shift to the positive side. What do successful RevOps initiatives do differently?
They focus on people and processes first and then layer technology on top. They establish clear communication channels, define shared success metrics, and create feedback loops for continuous improvement.
So it's a more structured approach.
Exactly. They also automate handoffs between teams, ensuring smoother transitions across the revenue cycle.
If you had to simplify it, what actually works in RevOps?
It comes down to strong foundations, focus on data quality, align teams around shared goals, standardize workflows, and define clear ownership.
So tools come later.
Yes, technology should support predictable growth, not replace strategy or structure.
Let's wrap this up with key takeaways.
RevOps doesn't fail because of lack of tools, it fails because of lack of alignment, clarity, and execution discipline. If those elements are strong, tools amplify success. If not, they amplify problems.
So the focus should shift.
Exactly from tools to foundations.
That's a great note to end on. RevOps is not just a function, it's a system that requires alignment across people, processes, and technology. Thanks, Rahul, for sharing such practical insights.
Thanks, Taran. Great conversation.
And to our listeners, if your RevOps initiatives aren't delivering results, it might be time to look beyond tools and focus on alignment and execution. We'll be back soon. Until then, keep building smarter.